Hello, my name is Carlos and this is my vlogging series, Toilet Talk. Today I'll draw my life, or at least a subset of it.
It all started when the half of me with a tail decided to swim up a canal to find the other half of me, which turned out to be an egg. There were millions of other swimming things just like me racing to find this mysterious egg. Some got lost and went in the wrong direction, but I made it. Despite the fierce competition, I got in first. Ha! Take that, other swimming things! The relationship between my two halves went very well, and 9 months later, they grew into a fully formed little human being. I was then born in Campo Grande, a city in the middle of nowhere in Brazil. When I was 2, my sister was born. I was sometimes jealous of her. In one of her early birthday parties, I wanted to open her presents, but threw a tantrum because my parents didn't let me do it. I also remember having a dream that my sister turned into a cockroach, and I ended up accidentally stepping on her. I was so terrified that when I woke up in the morning, I went into her room to check if she was still alive. And there she was. Phew. My mom was a ballet teacher, so I spent a lot of my childhood watching my mom teach ballet. My mom also made me part of some of her dance spectaculars, as Peter Pan, Aladdin, or whatever else she needed. My dad did lighting for events, sometimes for my mom's spectaculars as well. I also spent a lot of my childhood watching my dad set up, operate, and pack down lighting equipment. I once electrocuted myself with some of my dad's equipment. It was a good, however painful learning experience. Because my dad worked at night most of the time, my mom would sometimes be very scared to be home alone with me and my sister waiting for him. That turned into some sort of depression and she got quite sick. That's when one of her friends invited her to go to a church with her. My mom eventually joined in and that helped her get better. I would go to church sometimes as well, but I didn't like it very much. It wasn't until I was a teenager that I finally met Jesus, and he has been changing my life ever since. Around that time, we also bought our first pet, a male dog that we named Bidu. Somehow we didn't realize that something was missing between his legs, and we later found out that he was actually a girl. We then changed her name to Biduca. I had many other pets as my life went by, like 2 more dogs, a few fishes, snakes, spiders, hamster, crickets, and the list goes on. I really like animals. Just before my 9th birthday, my family moved to Gramado, a small tourist city 1500 kilometers away from Campo Grande. It didn't take long until I made friends at school again, even though I was a massive nerd. I remember one day after we learned about cells, I asked my friends during an arts class, what is so small that can only be seen through a microscope? To me, the answer was a cell, but one of my friends said it very loudly that it was one of my private body parts, the same one that was missing from my dog. Thinking about it now, it was quite funny. So funny that everybody laughed at me, including the girl that I liked. It was humiliating, but I survived. I really liked learning, and had very good grades at school. I often played alone after school with my chemistry set, a super old TK90X computer that my dad gave me, and the flowers in the garden that I tried to genetically manipulate to create new colors. I have no idea what happened to that experiment. Around that time, my mom found out that she had a cyst in her uterus, and she had her uterus removed. The place where my life started had turned into hospital waste after all. When I was 13, my parents got divorced, and my dad moved to a city 2 hours away from where I lived. A couple of years later, what was left of my family moved to another city called Florianopolis. It wasn't easy not having a dad at home anymore, and moving to a city where I didn't know anyone wasn't particularly helpful. It was a hard time in my life. I cried almost every night, but things eventually got better. Remember Jesus? Yeah, he helped me a lot. In 2007, after doing 2 years of computer science at uni, I decided to come to Sydney, Australia to go to Hillsong College to study leadership and the Bible. Even though I was only going for a year, my family and friends were certain that I wasn't coming back. Until today, they were right. In 2009, my sister joined me in Australia for 5 months to study English, and my mom also came just to stay with us. It was fun to live with them in one small studio. Every day my mom would spend 2 hours telling me about her daily adventures. It was annoying at first, but when she went back to Brazil, I really missed her. It was during that time that I accidentally became involved with YouTube. One day I was playing guitar and my sister randomly decided to film me. I uploaded the video to YouTube and have been making more videos since. My mom has recently remarried, and it was awesome being part of her wedding, playing an auto recorder as she walked in. I also sang and danced Baby in the reception, but that was only because of a dare. My dad also has a partner today, and I have a half-sister named Gabriela, whom I love as much as my older sister. Even though my family now lives far away, it was here in Australia that I met some of my best friends, as well as my girlfriend Shelly. However, on my birthday this year, she decided to not just be my girlfriend anymore when I asked her to marry me, and is now my fiancé. It was the best birthday present she could have given me. Today I have finished my computer science degree, work as a software engineer, and volunteer as a kids leader at my church. I love being a kid with them. I also love filmmaking and make videos whenever I can. I will soon marry Shelly and cannot wait for what the future will bring. This thumbs up is for you for watching this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked it.
Thank you so much for watching, and in case you're wondering, the tea of today is an Australian tea that I buy in this place called Blue Mountains. More information is in the description of this video. If you want to be notified when I upload another video, just subscribe to my channel and I'll be very happy. And I hope to see you next time. Bye!